The MV Governor is a passenger ferry that operates in Massachusetts. She was formerly the MV Crown City between 1954 and 1970, and the MV Kulshan between 1970 and 1982. Currently operated by the Woods Hole, Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket Steamship Authority. She was built in 1954 to operate the ferry service from San Diego to Coronado, California. After the San Diego-Coronado Bridge was built spanning her original route, she was sold to Washington State Ferries, where she was christened the MV Kulshan and served in Puget Sound waters from 1970 to 1982. Along with the distinction of being the most despised ferry in the WSF fleet, the Kulshan was featured as the ferry ridden by Lisa Blunt and Deborah Winger in the 1982 film, An Officer and a Gentleman. After her stint with the Washington State Ferries system, the Kulshan was declared surplus to requirements and sold to the United States Coast Guard to provide service for the large Atlantic area. Headquarters base on Governor's Island in New York Harbor, an island community and workplace for 5,000 people. The ferry was towed south and through the Panama Canal in making its way to the East Coast. Once in New York City, the ferry was renamed Governor and is part of a fleet of two other ferries, the Samuel L. Corson and the Manu, shuttled passengers and vehicles from the Battery Maritime Building in Lower Manhattan to Governor's Island. The closure of the Governor's Island Coast Guard base in 1996 made her surplus for a third time, whereupon she was purchased by SSA in 1998. The double-ended Governor is the longest and widest vessel in the SSA fleet at 242 by 65 feet and the only vessel with diesel-electric propulsion. 3 Caterpillar diesel engines power 2 electric propulsion motors, giving her a speed of 12 knots. In October 2007, the MV Governor was involved in a minor collision with the ferry MV Island Home as Governor was beginning a hazardous cargo trip to the Vineyard. No passengers were on board or injured in the incident. Coast Guard Marine safety inspectors examined both ships and permitted the Island Home to return to service about 1 hour after her scheduled departure time, with only a dent in the hull above the waterline. The MV Governor required slightly more repair, but was back in service by the end of the day. Petty Officer Lauren Downs of the Coast Guard stated, results of standard drug and alcohol tests on Governor's crew after the accident were negative.